cutting on?
Yeah, a little bit. Glad you recognized it.
Yeah. And just what was your assessment of last night and how you guys have played through the first four preseason games?
We've played really good offensively. I feel like things are flowing really well. A lot of good things defensively too. A lot of activity, forcing turnovers. Um, when we have like four wings out there, kind of the four wing lineups, using our length in the passing lanes and disrupting some of the drivers. And then the point guard by committee pushing the tempo has been great. I think like just having multiple guys bring it, multiple different guys filling the corners, filling different lanes, and we've been very dangerous in transition.
That whole idea of not having a traditional point guard, I mean, initially was presented here. Were you thinking you still need one, or are you now like we don't need one?
I didn't think we needed one.
Okay.
Our big three of guys they're scorers, but they're playmakers. So they're good at just like playing basketball. Like you can put them in all different spots on the floor, and they can be effective as playmakers. And then having Nurk is kind of like a lot of times, like if I'm out there with the guys, it's me and Nurk with those three. Like Nurk is essentially our point guard, and he has the ball at the top of the key a lot. We're running off different actions around him. He's directing traffic, going into DHOs, handling the ball while we're getting in the split actions. But in terms of bringing it up, like it's whoever can get it up the fastest. If someone has a pest on them, it's easy to just kick it to someone else and let them bring it up. So I don't think we need someone up there just dribbling and running the show from a traditional point.
To your point on transition, even off a make last night, you got that and one just because you guys ran it down
Yeah.
so quick. That's the message it seems like, right? Just make or miss, just go.
Yeah, get it out. I mean, like really whoever's, and we haven't talked about it a lot. We've kind of just flown into it, but or flowed into it. Like whoever's closest to the made or missed basket is getting the outlet, and the guys who are ahead are filling the corners. And whoever gets the ball, we're looking for those early kick aheads so guys can attack in transition. And if not, we're getting to our spacing, looking for early drives, and when we can get into the paint and kicking it out, it's really, really dangerous because you have four guys out there who can really score the ball.
When Book, Brad, and Katie are looking for the passes first, like they have been during the preseason, how much does that help everyone else on the team with the mentality that they've clearly had?
It sets the tone for our whole offense, and just we're getting really good, high-quality looks. We're not settling for tough shots, and like those guys are all being really passive and scoring like 15, 20 points and a half, right? So it's a fun way to play basketball. Like I think everyone is in rhythm. Like we're not going 7 possessions in a row where someone's just filling the corner, not touching the ball, right? So like even if you're not scoring the ball, you're in the rhythm with the offense. You're in flow, moving, passing, cutting. Like you're doing things to help guys score. So you're always into the game, and that makes it that much easier when it's your kind of time on that possession to get an open shot.
At Media Day, you talked about how Dwayne Wade was your favorite player growing up, and how when you were younger, you drove the ball to the goal a lot.
Yeah.
Seems like in this preseason, you might have channeled that younger Grayson a little bit. Was that a point of emphasis for you personally coming into the preseason?
No, not really. It's just kind of how things have developed in the offense. Like I'm not in Milwaukee, I was a lot of times in that corner or off ball, just kind of really just spotted up, and if I got the pass, I was letting it fly. Where how the offense has been flowing when I've been in there, it's a lot of times I'm bringing it up early in transition and getting early attack opportunities, coming off of pin downs and DHOs or someone forced to close out. So I feel like I've been in different spots to be able to play make a little bit more and be a little bit more selective and mix in different things with the playmaking in terms of driving, and not just driving to score, but driving to the kick, trying to find those guys on an extra pass instead of just, kind of taking the first look.
How much more fun is that compared to, you're talking about last year, where obviously you played with a lot of offensive talent there
Yeah.
too, but has that been an adjustment process here? Or?
It, it's a fun thing how things have developed in the offense. Like I'm not it's different from the fact that like I'm not gonna like talk bad about one or say one's better or worse, right? Like we had a really, really good offensive team last year in Milwaukee, so I can't I'm not gonna sit here and like talk bad about our offense. But it's just like I'm in different spots on the floor. I'm asked to do different things within the flow of our offense. Different opportunities are presenting themselves. Whereas the best fit for what I was supposed to do for that team last year, like the best way I could help out was stand over there, and if they double Giannis or Chris, I'm getting a good look. If they double Drew, I'm getting a good look. Where when we're getting into our delay action, Nurk's handling the ball, we're in split actions, I'm coming off stuff, and that kind of stuff, like I can't, there's not like this fire mode where it's like, okay, I got to take the first look I get. It's more of like I can create for those guys. They're going to create a good shot for me. Like there's a lot of confidence in the ball moving 3, 4, 5, 6 times when we come down on offense.
How much would playing with Giannis and Drew last year have developed you as a playmaker on the defensive end? I've seen a couple of times where you had those come from behind blocks, got the ball in play, defensive rebounds, and kind of get out and get the run and break there.
Yeah, it's helped a lot. I feel like I've improved defensively every year I've been in the league. When I was in Utah, my rookie year, that was kind of like the focal point where like, you got to be able to do this to get on the floor. And then since then I've kind of developed it, and playing with Drew and even Wes Matthews the year before, like those guys are elite defenders. So really learning as much as I can from them, watching them in the game in film and seeing what they're doing effectively on the ball. And so I feel like on the ball, off the ball, like as much as I can disrupt my man, as much as I keep my guy in front and closeouts, like the less we need to get into those scramble situations, the better. And all the extra plays, the hustle plays, the competitive plays, like those are kind of those are the easier ones for me. Like I'm going to make those. It's the other stuff about being strong on the ball, keeping your guys square in front, that I feel like I've been getting a lot better at and have done a good job so far in the preseason.
Did you see Cooper Flagg narrow down his final 2 schools to UConn and Duke?
I didn't see that, no. Yeah, he just needs to go ahead and commit already.
Grayson, how do you approach that competition for the 5th starter spot? Is it something that you're striving for, or are you just willing to buy into whatever role they?
No, I haven't thought about it much. Like I don't think it makes a ton of difference. I feel like there's a lot of different ways I can help the group, and if I'm playing well, if I'm healthy, if I'm available, I'm gonna play as many games as I want this year. Like my goal every season is to play 82. That means I'm good enough to play and I'm healthy enough to play. And I feel like we can throw a lot of different lineups out. Like it doesn't really matter to me. It's not a pride thing to start the game. Like whenever I get in there, I'm gonna help how I can. So it doesn't really matter to me. It's kind of still the same mentality going in.
Thanks, Grayson.
Thanks, Grayson.
Thanks.